Insanity in anime is probably some of the best element you can add to a show. I don't know many shows that aren't just complete insane balls of just whatever it wants to be that aren't good in some fashion. And that same insanity could thrive really well when it comes to fighting anime. Two in particular that I always go back to thinking about is Baki and Kengan Ashira. Now, of course, there's other anime that do it as well. Record of Ragnarok is a really big one, but particularly the manga, and some other battle shonen do it as well. But Baki and Kengan Ashira are the two that I always go back to when I think about fighting and insanity. But whatever were to tell you that there's a story out there that is similar to Baki and Kengan Ashira, whatever would tell you that the author of Kengan Ashira was the creator of said story, and what if I were to tell you that this anime is primarily nothing but women? Well, that manga does in fact exist, because today we're going to talk about the first volumes of Star Strike It Rich. Now, the way that I found this story is honestly a lot of the way that I find any of my stories nowadays when it comes to anime or manga, TikTok. Yeah, it was a nice edit, and I was like, this looks cool. What is it? Checked the comments, saw the title, checked it out, and I decided to read it. And oh my god, is this insane. To summarize the story as best and quickly as I can, the story follows a girl named Nozomi, who is an underground fighter who's kind of down in her luck, along with her other two friends, Hana and Ichika. Each one of them trying to survive as best as they can in their underground world, but honestly everything is in struggle. Until Nozomi has the idea to pull all their talents and connections together to try to set up an underground all-female fighting ring. And at first the gimmick with everything goes well, but all the fighters that they have are pretty scrappy, so they try to find someone who can really draw an account. But of course all the fighters that they have aren't really up to par, so they have to go out and try to fight their star fighter. This is where Hina comes in. The daughter of a former cult leader, Nozomi, Ichika, and Hana try to recruit Hina to try to be their fighter. Unbeknownst to them, they get themselves in a not great and very wild situation as they find out this girl is no less than insane. As they bring her in, she is just dominating the competition. I'm talking about it is not even a contest with half of the people that she's fighting. And eventually she starts getting bored and wants them to bring in more better people because she's insane. And in exchange for bringing her better fighters, they'll tell her where the chemical weapons that the cult hid. And now the three of them are in a difficult situation of trying to give this crazy girl the fight that she wants and trying to find out where the chemical weapons are before shit goes awry. Thus begins this wild story of trying to please this insane girl. This story is phenomenally crazy and I love it so much. Honestly, from the moment that I opened the page and I saw those first panels of the manga, I was instantly hooked. I was so baffled by how crazy it already was from the back. It was damn near insane. And I truly love how everything just quickly takes such a fast 180. Our three main characters, Nozomi, Ichika, and Hana, all they want to do is just try to live a decent life. Well, decent life in the underground, but try to live something stable. Try to have something that is fine and comparable to just being okay. But instead, they find themselves enthralled with this crazy girl's game of trying to appease her itch to fight the strongest there is. It's like if Goku was a menace and all he wanted to do is fight, but that was so notched up. It's insane. Then you have this entire deal with chemical weapons that are being played, and it just makes everything like 10 times more crazy. It's truly fun and it's truly insane. Ichika and Hana are more there just to help things run as it seems for the story. Nozomi is definitely going to be the primary driver. She is our main character, but obviously she's a better fighter than she allows on, but she just seems kind of a hothead and someone who can't really control herself very well, which is why she was barred from so many types of fighting competitions. But just in this first volume alone, while Hina is just destroying all of these people left and right, Nozomi is one of the only people in the story to actually hold their own and give Hina some sort of fight. And that just makes Hina even more infatuated and want to stick around because, like I said, she's a crazy person. We'll get to Hina because there's a lot to say about her, but she is crazy into fighting and she just wants to fight the strongest out there. So when she has somebody who's able to counter what she does, able to fight back a little bit, it just gets her more incited in a very sick and twisted way. I do hope we get more from Ichika and Hanado. I like their characters and what they add to the story, and even Nozomi towards the end of the first volume does mention the fact that Ichika, out of the three of them at a certain point, was the strongest. And it's funny to think about that because Nozomi is the fighter. Nozomi is the one that actually has the fighting prowess. So for her to say that Ichika was actually the strongest, at some point I'd like to see what Ichika could do. At some point as well, I would also hope that we get to develop some other side characters. This manga does blow through a lot of the initial characters really quick, and to be fair, that's treated as fodder, and we still need to establish all our main characters and Hina as really strong. And at some point, we do get that a little bit, because towards the end of it, they start setting up a tournament, and Hina has another person that's actually being able to go punch for her, that's going to be interesting to watch. But I hope we get more characters, more recurring characters that just to be as insane, if not more insane than Hina. And of course, we've already brought her up so much in this. Hina, the daughter of the cult leader, who is just a psycho. There's no other way to call it, but she is definitely the best part of this entire manga. The really cool and exciting part about Hina is that she is on the surface just what would seem like a normal preppy school girl. She has the same bubbly demeanor, she has the same type of inflection, or I would assume would have the same inflections as a normal high school girl. But she is far more than that. She is a demon in disguise, and it's more terrifying that way because it's always scary when you have those characters who smile through the pain. You know, you give them a punch or something like that, and they're just able to smile and throw it and just keep going. That's that on crack. Hina's not just smiling. She has the high-pitched voice that I assume in my head that she would have. She has a demeanor of just a normal high school girl who's super bubbly, who's just wanting to fight you and attack, and it's very off-putting, but in the best way possible for this manga. I also really like the way that they do the body movement for Hina, where they could have her as everyone else just be kind of normal whatsoever, but she has this weird cutesy but also kind of messed up way of moving. She'll tilt her head in certain ways or converse her body in like different forms, and it's eerie in a sense that this person is obviously not right in the head, and they convey that very well with body movement. And then also the fights. Oh, this manga is so beautiful to look at with the fights because you're just seeing punches being thrown. The choreographed drawings are so good. The fights, oh, if I could get this animated one day, I would be so happy. I'd be so happy to get it. Because you know, if the right studio got their hands on this story, it would go so hard. It would go so damn hard. Give me the studio that did Windbreakers. You give me that studio putting that. Oh, this is gonna be a banger. It'd be a certified banger all around. Honest to God, reading Star Strike at Rich was genuinely a fun time. If you're looking just for an insane anime to have fun with, to just watch people beat the shit out of each other, pick this up. It's the newest thing, and I hope that it gets the traction it deserves because this is fire. This is extremely fire. And so would I go ahead and continue the story after volume 1? Yeah, not only I'm going to continue it, I definitely want to talk about it more on this channel. This is going to be a story I'm going to try to follow as much as I can because it's so fun. I hope that the insanity meter gets notched up quickly, gets notched up super fast to the point that shit's so insane. So yeah, if you're looking for a manga that's just fun to read and genuinely a good time to just watch people beat the shit out of each other, this is a good manga. And of course, if you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and click like on the video if you can, and subscribe to my channel for more content. And leave it down in the comment below if you like this manga, if you're excited to read this, because I would love to hear all your opinions on this and just the various thoughts. But with that being said, my name is Rise Kurosaki. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
I'm like so gay.